What's up? Semen retention. Meaningless pleasure creates depression long term. Mental deterioration. Let me tell you this, man. When I was 14 and I discovered watching the websites, watching, porn, masturbation, I did not immediately start having crippling anxiety. I didn't immediately have an incredible amount of guilt and shame. I didn't even feel bad about myself at the time when I first discovered and did it. You get what I'm saying? But as the years go on, from 14 to 15, 15 to 16, 16 to 17, 17 to 18, 18 to 19, so on. My anxiety got worse and worse and worse each year. And it was not noticeable to the eye how it would just get worse. It was getting worse gradually. You get what I'm saying? It wasn't like the next day, boom, I got a lot of anxiety and stuff. No, it happened over the course of time and years and months of me really being like, I kind of feel different. And I'm being so honest with you. I ain't got no reason to lie. That's true. That's something that really happened to me over the years. I kept feeling like I don't feel like myself. I'm not energetic like I used to be. I don't care about stuff like I used to care about them. I'm not passionate about stuff like I used to be passionate about it. You get what I'm saying? And over the years, what really happened is my drive to be somebody went down. I became way more lazy. I became low energy. I became way less confident in myself and I had a lower self esteem. I had way worse interactions with girls and stuff. And even though I didn't have sex and stuff when I was like really younger, like 14 and stuff, I had a much better dynamic and I was much more confident around a girl in general. And what it did, it was mentally deteriorating me. You get what I'm saying? Just over time, my mental health got worse and worse and worse and worse. And so I'm just telling you guys that if you get into that, it's gonna slowly make you worse and worse over the years. Because when I was 14 and stuff, when I first did it, it didn't feel bad really. I didn't really notice anything happening, but I know it felt good, so I kept going and I kept going and I kept going. I kept doing it, and this is what just led to so many problems when it came to dating, when it came to girls, when it came to me feeling like a man. It really gave me a lot of problems when it came to me feeling like a man and feeling confident in myself. I always was because I always carried the energy with people. I always, and I guess I looked young too. And when I was younger, people was always like, I'd be like 17, and people would be thinking I'm 14 years old. And when I was 14, people was thinking I was like 11 or 12. And so as I got older and I wanted to feel more like a man, to be more like a man, it was hard because I carried an innocent look with me. And then on top of that, I was struggling with watching the websites and masturbation. You know what I'm saying? Feeling confident in myself. And these are problems that no guy, I'm telling you, it's probably a million or billion other guys that go through the same exact problem. But a lot of guys gonna stay so quiet and never open up about it just out of fear of embarrassing themselves. But we gotta have more guys talk about that too, man, because that's common. That's happening to a lot of guys, and a lot of guys just not saying nothing about it. You know, and this is the type of stuff that's gonna lead you to be depressed. It's gonna lead you to feeling bad about yourself. It's gonna lead you to having no relationship with people. You're gonna have bad relationships, or you're gonna have fizzled out relationships with people where you're not talking to nobody no more. And even if you do, it's like it's always hard to talk to them. Because that's what being addicted to lust and masturbation and watching the websites. That's what it does. It take the life out of everything that you do, and you don't feel like yourself, so you can't interact with the people that you would normally be normal around. Because I always thought that, well, oh, I'm cool. I'm a different person when I get around my friends, but around a stranger, you get what I'm saying. I might act awkward or whatever, but in reality, no matter if you're close with somebody or you don't know somebody. Being addicted to masturbation and watching the websites, it's gonna destroy your relationships with everything and everybody. You get what I'm saying? So it's gonna destroy your relationship even with your closest friend. It'll mess that up. And it won't be because you was mean to him or you was arguing with him like you might think. It would be because you can't be yourself around your friends. And so that's gonna make the friendship fall apart, you know? And especially with strangers, you get what I'm saying? It's gonna be even harder to talk to strangers, you know. And I be saying like, oh, I am better talking with people when they by themselves when it's just a one-on-one level. But it's gonna give you struggles in every social interaction. And so, and just over time, man, I'm really trying to emphasize like it happens over time. It happens gradually. That stuff not just gonna boom, boom, boom. And so any young man or even older man that's dabbling with that and messing around with that, get away from it because it's only gonna make you weaker mentally over time. It's gonna destroy you mentally over time. You get what I'm saying? And yeah, man, this is gonna hurt you mentally. It's gonna make you feel like you're not. It's gonna make you feel less of a man. It's gonna make you, man, just it's gonna make you feel so bad mentally, bro. And you know, it's gonna deteriorate your mind over time. And I just really look at my life and I'm like, it really did that. In real life, it really did that. You know what I mean? And it took me years of putting it together, like, because at first I used to think, oh, I'm just a teenager and I'm getting anxiety and that was normal. It wasn't because I was just getting older. It wasn't that. It was because I had a really bad habit and addiction to watching the websites and masturbation, and that was the real reason. Because a lot of guys will tell you, or a lot of people will tell you, like, well, as you get older, your circle gonna get smaller, and it's gonna become harder to talk to people, or you get what I'm saying. And that's not true. You don't just get weaker social skills because you get older, or even because you get more by yourself. It's not the case. It happens whenever you you do something to affect your emotional state and how you feel about yourself, and that's gonna make you not be yourself around people. You get what I'm saying? This is gonna just give you, worse social skills overall. And it's just gonna make it harder to interact with people and be yourself around somebody. And that's why I feel like a lot of times I come off as shy or quiet and not talkative with a lot of people because I be restricting being myself a lot of the time, and I be so fearful of not being looking weird and not looking awkward, and that's what'll make me look even more awkward and look even more weird. That's all I got to say, man. Peace out.